Hello everyone. I apologize for my croaky voice. I'm a little unwell, which is also why I have yet to do a new moon in Taurus forecast, which is part of this week's energy. So it will definitely be part of this reading. I'm hoping to still get that forecast up as well. In the meantime, because it's heavy Taurus this week, I've got Zen Jest because earth signs really do require us to do some digesting and metabolizing. And also In Tune, which is a really wonderful grounding blend. And I've got also this beautiful piece of smoky quartz. I see the rainbow shining so strongly there for us. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, remember that this is not a personal reading. Pick a number between 1 and 4 and you will get a little extra personal, slightly more personalized guidance. But if you want a personal reading, please do get in touch with me. And I do appreciate all the likes, shares, follows, and subscribes. In the meantime, the primary energy of this week is that Mercury is still in his shadow, his post-shadow, for one more week and a few days. And we have that new moon in Taurus happening, I believe it's on Wednesday. And then we have both Venus and Mars in their own signs. Venus very happily in her own sign of Taurus and Mars very happily in his own sign of Aries. So they're kind of like super optimized right now, but that also might mean that the extra shadowy aspects of those archetypes could also show up. So if you've picked a number, let's jump in. Here's the overall picture of our reading. Notice we've got a major arcana, a court card, and 2 8s, and everything is upside down today. And I really feel like there is an overall theme here of being a little bit immature. So for all of us, maybe being immature about how to make decisions and move forward. And in a sense, it feels to me like this is very much coming off the back of all the astrology we've just had. We are immature now because we're in a very new paradigm, and we don't really have a guidebook and we don't have experiential understanding of how to do this. So we are kind of being naive and immature. The Fool is the very, very first card of the tarot, the first card of the Major Arcana. And it's the 0 card, and this is the Fool's journey, which turns Hero's journey. And ideally, when it's the right way up, it's kind of like this energy of youth where you just think you can do anything you want and you just embark upon a journey without really giving it much thought. And then the journey takes you in all sorts of unexpected directions. And you didn't realize there would be so much challenge, but you never really had stopped to think about it. So when we get this upside down as we have now, we've gotten stuck in the thinking about it. And because we're overthinking about it, we're not making any decisions. And I guess this is why in our lifespan, we have those teenage and early 20 sort of times in our life where we think we know everything. And so we jump into things sort of fearlessly. And then with experience from age and hitting our head and falling on the floor and whatever else, we begin to think more cautiously about the things that we do. And there's a pro and a con in that. And obviously in this situation, it's allowing us to get stuck in the maybe naive belief we know everything, or not taking the chance, not opening a new door. And with Mars in Aries at the moment, that is very much that youthful exuberance, that bounding head first. But we may be struggling to do that because what is my head first? What is the real direction I want to take? Because, of course, we are in this new paradigm and this card is upside down. With the 8 of Cups, 8s are cards where we're getting quite close to the end, and they're usually very productive cards. 8 is the number of the business-minded leader. It strongly links into the archetype of Taurus, in fact, because Taurus is a bit of a builder. Excuse me. So in this card, you can see in its upright form that she's walking away into the sunset. Like I know now what I need to walk away from, or I know now what I need to walk towards. Sometimes we need to walk away from something, and as we're walking away from it, what we're walking towards kind of comes into our field of vision. But because this is upside down, there's that clinging to, that not really being prepared. So especially these two cards together are really telling me that we're struggling to make a decision. We're vacillating, we're procrastinating, and we're not really sure what to let go of and what to dive into. And then, of course, we have the King of Cups, who's also in the same suit here, generally representing an older man. So for me, this is almost like an older man behaving childishly. Now, this could be you, a version of yourself, your more yang, king-like self, or it could be a man in your life. But generally, the king is an older, wiser man. In upside-down form, he's maybe behaving a little bit like a drama king, overreacting to things or throwing a bit of a tantrum. And that is also generally comes to, and this is true for everything where it's to do with our emotions, and the suit of cups is our emotions. And the moon, the planet the moon, rules the waters. So it's true for all of us when we're not feeling emotionally safe that we may react from that place. So, of course, because he is upside down as well, we've got this kind of emotionally uncertain, unsafe space that we're feeling into. And this new journey we have no choice but to embark upon. We're at this fool's sort of starting point. A new hero's journey is beginning for each of us, or heroine. And we have to do it, but we are resisting, because we're not feeling safe. We're not feeling emotionally secure in it. But the irony is that new journeys usually do push us to the edge of our comfort zone and beyond. That's kind of how it works. And then we end with our final 8, which is Pentacles, which is our more earth grounded, the same energy of Taurus. And the 8 of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards in its upright version. You can even see the moon represented in this card, representing the cycles and the 8 phases of the moon and the sort of cyclical nature. Like, we're not meant to always be in a building phase, or always be in a growing phase, or always be in a high and never in a low. It is about cycles and rhythms, and it's very important. And also what I love in this card, which really correlates to the Fool, is the tools. So the Fool has all the tools. In the traditional tarot, he's standing in front of a bunch of tools that, oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of the Magician card as I'm saying this, but he has all the tools in his knapsack in the traditional tarot. And here we know that he has the raw materials of whatever his journey is going to alchemize into. And in this, she has all of the elements linked. You can see the fire with the candles. You can see the swords, or the air with the quill, the writing material that she has here. Obviously the earth with the flowers and plants there, and then the moon representing the energy of water, as do the bowls, the holding cups or receptacles of these flowers. So she has all the materials she needs to create, foundations, because those 4 elemental energies are the 4 building blocks of our lives, and it's all right there for her. But again, it's upside down. She's like, I've almost forgotten how to use these. And I think this is just so true for all of us right now, where something that maybe once felt easy for us suddenly doesn't feel so easy. Something we once thought we knew, suddenly we are not sure we know. And I think that's about the energy that we're in and the shift that we're in collectively. So instead of letting that spin us out of control and leave us feeling emotionally unsafe and vulnerable, maybe lashing out. Okay, sorry, I keep having to pause to cough, so I think I'm going to have to sign off now. Suffice to say, we're all in a very vulnerable space. And I mean, for me, that can even come across as I don't have the voice that I usually have. I'm not able to express myself in the way that I usually feel I can, and I'm safe. So you can take it even into seemingly simple things in your life, and just look where things are not flowing where they used to flow, and maybe journal on those things, think on those things. Why does this suddenly feel harder or different or uncomfortable or wrong when it used to feel right, because we're clearly a little upside down right now, and we're just trying to find the starting point. We're trying to find the courage to leap into this new archetypal hero's journey. So thank you for watching, and I will be back with you next week.